Yes, and welcome to another episode of the FlappCast, Behind the Funny, yet another virtual sort of live streaming hybrid episode. I'm Barbara Holliday, your host. My co-host is down here.
I hate this.
Downstairs, setting up more technology on the Mevo camera. We're going live to Facebook because right now we're on YouTube. And so he said hi. You know, Josh, our booker. Of course, we have Paul Moomjean, our on-site director and manager of all our classes at Flappers University. Been a very busy month.
Yeah.
Yep. And Miss Laura Hayden. Yes.
I bring the wine.
Laura, comedian, physical therapist, and all-around great gal who brings us liquor and makes us happy.
That's right. This is the only thing that makes me happy is this 1 hour on Thursday.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but we are very hot today, if you know what I'm saying. Woo! And I don't mean like hot looking. I mean our air conditioning is still not fixed.
And I do not need any help from this room to sweat. Hell, I sweat eating a salad. That's just a joke. I don't eat salad. I haven't said that in 9 months.
Okay, so yes, our air conditioning is not up to par because we haven't raised the $250,000 needed to get the air conditioning going. But hey, you know we'll get to that later.
Josh and I will sell our bodies to get the air conditioner going.
We actually just had an audii, I think I'm going to call it. You know,
right.
That's one audience member. It's called an audii.
Ah.
It's not audience, it's an audii, which is one audience member. Flew all the way here from Texas to see us.
I was thinking audii is like one person auditing you. An audii.
Okay, she has to make enough noise for like a real audience because...
Well,
There we go.
I happen to know our one audience member, and I happen to know that she drinks Brut Rosé. So I brought Brut Rosé today. Actual champagne Pinot Noir.
If you were watching the FlappCast a couple weeks ago, you may have seen when I was in Texas, and that's...
With baby goats.
Yes. And
I love the baby goats.
I think that's when the baby goat situation took over.
I love the baby goats. I made that my virtual backdrop.
Right. Well, that was at Becca's, my friend from Texas's
hello.
Neighbor's house. She's the one who took me over to see the goats and stuff.
Oh, excellent.
We do have, I may steal her, I lied when I said audii, because it's really audii and doggy, because she has a little doggy visitor with her. And she's my favorite. Her name's Aria. I bet we get a lot of views. But are we live on Facebook, Josh?
Yes.
Great. So may I have a little my visitor friend for just a moment? I won't get him anywhere near Josh because Josh is allergic to dogs. But maybe you could bring her to me over here.
I found out today Josh is allergic to cupcakes and happiness too.
Josh is allergic to pretty much life.
Yeah.
I think. That's why he lives in a tiny.
But
little
also
garage.
death.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
I don't mean to be a weird techie, but I think our mics are a little bit hot, so don't talk too close to them.
Hot,
or
yeah.
our
A little bit
friend-
hot. Yeah.
Everything's a little hot right now.
Look at. Oh my gosh! This is Aria Jade. Just wanted to. She was on the FlappCast when I was in Texas.
She was.
Remember?
Why do dogs need two names? That's a.
I
Well,
don't know. Why do you
W.C.
need two
Fields would
names?
ask why the dog's here.
Do you like? She doesn't seem to enjoy the lights much. It's very hot, isn't it? Ooh, do you want to say anything to our fans? Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, she wants to say that she wants to lick me, and
What?
yeah.
Have we ever had a dog comedy show here?
No.
I told you.
But
Dog comedy.
dog comedy. Bosley, my dog Bosley, did the kids show a few times. Remember?
Okay.
Very high
so-
maintenance
yeah.
performer.
Yeah.
The writer, a mile long.
She's getting used to it now.
The knock-knock jokes are hard for dogs.
You're looking.
But
right
we
at the
did
camera.
do a fundraiser for animals, didn't we? They
All
don't care.
comics are animals.
Oh, okay. Here,
Let's
I'll
not insult the animals.
I just wanted to show her off if you're watching. All right.
Let's
She'll be doing
insult the
stand-up soon.
animals.
But like a little pause and ha-ha show, that'd be fun.
Laura, are you with us or are you on your phone?
I just was adding it so we'd have more viewers.
Oh, I see.
How about a
Technology
doggone comedy show? How about that? There it is.
Yeah.
That's why they keep me around.
Puppies on parade.
Bitches be joking.
Thank you for bringing this delicious. What are we having today? We always have.
It is actual champagne from Burgundy. It's a Burgundian champagne because it's made with Pinot Noir. Like most champagnes are made with Pinot Noir or Chardonnay grapes, and this is from France.
No wonder I love champagne.
Can
so
you say
much.
that again, but with a French accent?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir?
Burgundon.
Is
I worked in a French restaurant for 10 years. I can't do a French accent. I can't do any accents.
Hey, you know what I learned yesterday? Because I'm a bad Jew. Let me tell you.
You're not supposed to eat bacon, darn it.
No, 'cause you've always heard that the Jews are going to the land flowing with milk and honey. That's what Israel's supposed to be. I just learned that they think that actually when they said milk, what they meant was white wine. And that was originally, like in the original translation,
Mother's
it was
milk
white
is
wine.
actually white wine.
Yeah,
Just
yes.
like mother's milk. It was a nice Chardonnay.
Well, it was Jesus' first miracle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes more sense.
What is?
Can we not make this about Christianity for once? Can we just keep on the track of Judaism? You got to
In
chime
19
in.
In 1996, I wrestled in high school.
This is a very ADD show. For those of you watching, they call us the dysfunctional view.
As if the view is functional.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, I watched the recent one with Ted Cruz, and they're all yelling at each other, and Ted Cruz was grinning the whole time. It was hysterical.
He's like, this is my life.
Yeah.
I love this.
Oh, no,
So did you guys vote this week?
I voted.
Okay.
I have the ballot. I haven't filled it out yet because I need to look at all the other things on it.
I think I have the ballot.
What do you mean you think?
So, I
I haven't
voted.
checked my P.O. box.
I voted for one candidate, but I told my grandma I voted for the other one, so she'll keep giving me money when I visit her.
Which candidate does your grandmother want you to vote for?
She's 86. Take a wild guess.
Kamala?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they're both in their age group.
She's from Virginia.
Oh, well, let's.
I was going to wait. I meant Ross Perot. She's probably
Yeah, no,
voting
my
for
dad
Ross
voted
Perot.
for Ross
She's
Perot.
like, is Reagan still on the ticket? I like that Reagan guy.
Strom Thurmond.
She's not a racist.
I don't like
Josh.
Tricky Dick, though.
She's
I don't
not
like
a
Tricky Dick.
racist.
And neither is Trump.
So it is a weird thing voting because I have some friends who I'm very close to, and I was talking to them about voting, and they told me, I was like, you can be honest with me, tell me who you voted for. And yes, they voted for the, the T guy. I won't say.
Mr. T?
Yes, Mr. T.
I pity the fool who doesn't vote for me.
President T.
I seriously was thinking about not being friends with them anymore. Is that weird?
Yes, because that's probably the least thing you talk about in real life with them.
Yeah, but it was like I was quite insulted. Like I couldn't believe. And then we started to get in a discussion
I believe
about it.
I believe the equivalency to saying, "Oh, I don't like your vote. I won't talk to you," is like, "I'm a vegan and I just can't eat with people who have meat breath." Like I think that there's kind of a self-righteousness on both ends because I got Republican friends too who are like unfriended me because I said universal health care wasn't a bad idea.
Sorry, I was saying hi to
Why
Ray.
don't we just tell him?
Yeah, just tell
Ray,
him.
what's the note?
Yeah,
Tell him the note.
We break the fourth
The
wall
mics-
all the time.
The mics are a little hot, in case you didn't notice. Yeah.
The room is a little hot.
They're sort of echoey.
Ba-da-ba.
it's
The mic's hot.
probably
The room-
it's probably the heat causing the microphones to not work properly. I agree, Laura.
Well, I did ask them to also increase the gain. It could have been that too.
yes?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the gain is too high. Yeah.
You may try lowering the gain, everybody.
But you know what? Here's another thing to think about too. Is like there are a lot of political personalities that have gotten married, right? That are opposites. Gavin Newsom was married
Weren't
to
Arnold and Maria different?
yeah, Democrat, Republican.
Maria was a Democrat and Arnold fucked the maid. So, that was...
yeah, which was a progressive Republican.
Yeah.
Different sides of the
But
ticket.
yeah, but I think
So Melania and Trump, right? They're total.
Oh,
Melania
she
doesn't
came
want
from-
Trump
No,
at all.
right.
I hope.
She's going out and she's going out there and helping Biden.
But
she's
here's-
like knocking on doors, vote for Biden.
But here's the thing with me. I always feel like whenever someone's like, oh, I found out that this person has opposite political views, well, up until that point, they were great. And nothing that they did at that point seemed to like reflect particular views that you would find.
You voted for
Problem.
Trump, didn't you, Paul?
I would
God
never vote for
damn
Trump.
it.
In fact, I got
No.
over 25 articles that you could Google
All right.
in which I said it'd be better to vote for a sack of potatoes.
Well, when you say over 25, do you mean 26, 30, 100?
I
Or
got
25.
I have about 25 to 30 articles over the last 6 years.
How do you not have an exact number?
It's
Some of them are
it's been
repeat.
6 years.
Sorry,
Trump
I'm just...
is
Yeah.
not my friend.
I plagiarized 4 of them. Does that count?
I
So
see.
let me put it this way.
So you're voting for
Most-
Biden?
Most couples I know have different political views. Like
Yeah.
even my friend here from Texas and her husband have different.
Well, that's because one person has a job and the other one's a
Well,
socialist.
it makes it fun on election night for some.
That's funny.
Welcome to our 1950s.
The
Bada
day,
boom.
the day after election, they can have makeup sex. That's why it's
Right.
fun. They're arguing the whole way, and then after, like, okay, so then on the next day, it's makeup sex. Whoever
Oh,
lost.
That sounds like something I should have said.
My mom,
Laura.
my mom,
Probably.
My mom came out and visited me about last November, and she said, "Don't tell your stepdad, but I kind of like Amy Klobuchar." Like that was like, because he's a big,
big
Trump guy.
secret?
Yeah, it's like just don't tell the family that I like a Democrat. She wouldn't even vote for her, but she liked her.
Oh.
Like that's how conservative part of
Like
my
on
family is.
Facebook, she liked her? Or
I don't know. Just I think emotionally, she was like, finally a woman who speaks for me, which was always the problem. That
Well,
Hillary
you
had.
guys were saying today you think what's really going to happen is basically Biden's going to die and Kamala is who we're voting for, right?
Yes,
Isn't that what everyone's really thinks is going to happen?
Biden will either step down or pass away.
Yeah, well, it's not thinks; it's a statistical
Or
probability.
he'll just step down a step
How
wrong
old
and
is he
break
now?
his hip
100?
and die.
78,
Yeah.
And Trump is 77?
74.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh,
Wow.
the child of the
Wasn't
group.
Trump? Isn't Trump like the youngest elected president ever or something, or the
No,
oldest?
He was
Oldest.
he was the
The
oldest
oldest.
elected
Yeah, there was
for first term.
when he got
For
elected.
first term.
Yeah.
I think Reagan was saying,
older,
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, so this is a segue into non-politics because I don't like
Thank
politics.
you, Laura.
But yesterday I was at a big wine event and or a little wine event, and the lady was talking about her father is in the hospital and he still has a dental practice and he's 95. and his
Doing
patient-
dental work on people?
Yes,
He has no teeth of his own,
We
but
could not control the amount of laughing we were having. And then she's like, well, he has a partner. And we're like, well, I hope the partner's at least in his 70s. She's like, no, he's 89. And I'm like, I get to see like, well, I'm not going to do your dental work. I'll bring in my younger partner.
Hey,
89.
don't you think a qualification
Yes,
should
I'm writing
be?
a bit about this. 89, 90. And I'm like, God, I hope the dental hygienist is at least in their 70s.
Oh my God.
The qualification should be that you have to have teeth in order to work
Most
on
dentists
teeth.
have beautiful teeth.
Can I?
No, they're
wow.
fake. They're dentures at 90.
I want to
No, people have real teeth.
I want to piggyback off of that
Oh,
because
I need to know who these real people with real teeth are.
Oh, I
'cause
know. I have plenty of patients who are in their 80s and 90s with real teeth.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want
all my
pictures.
grandparents.
Show,
yeah,
get viewers,
it's genetic,
send us
but there's a
pictures
lot of
if you're
people-
over
there's a-
80 of your real
There's
teeth.
a lot of people over
Grandma?
80 with their real teeth.
Teeth last forever. Like
Oh yeah.
When they
I mean, if
bury
they
up-
took care of them,
bury people.
they will. I mean, you pull up a dummy or pull up the mummies and stuff. They still have their teeth.
yeah.
My God, I hope I don't have to have dentures then.
In fact-
I thought everybody
well,
had
if you
all the-
brush
No.
your teeth and and cut down on sugar, you too can have teeth after you die.
Flossing. But we were laughing so hard because he was upset that his patients were upset that he was in the hospital and couldn't treat them. And I'm like, at night, and when the lady's like, you want to buy a dental office? And I'm like, I'm not a dentist. And she's like, just look it up on YouTube. And I'm like,
You do realize the whole business goes down in about 3 years. Like everyone dies.
so he has all these charts. So it looks like he has all these patients. So when you buy a practice, you see what their patient load is. It's part of the negotiating
The
factor. And I'm like,
sale.
well, yeah, he's been a dentist for 60 years. You might want to see how many of those people are still alive. I'm just like, yeah, he has 500,000 patients. Oh, only 50, really. But it's just like, we could not control ourselves with a 95-year. Oh, let me bring in my younger partner, 89.
So is that true with doctors though? They just so the patients just keep coming to the same place. They don't care who the doctor is.
Yeah, they'll go to the same place. They'll be
That's
like,
fine.
oh, the practice got sold to the new guy. And they're like, well, they trusted the other guy, so they figured, well, the other guy wouldn't sell his practice to somebody he didn't
I
think
came
was
for
competent.
I came for Dr. Standerson, but I stayed for the building.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because there's no web dental MD. Right? Like when I go to my doctor.
That's right.
When I go to my doctor and I go, no, I read on WebMD that this is like, whatever, cancer, kidney stones. And then they go, well, we can run a
They're
test.
very similar.
But if I go, but if I go to my dentist.
This is why we have a doctor on staff.
Hard K.
Right,
good
but if I go to my
alliteration.
dentist, it's like I have no idea what's going on.
They get Yelp reviews.
You can, but it's kind of like a mechanic if you don't know anything about cars.
Do you want to know what my dentist's name is?
Dr. Teeth?
Dr. Poon.
Of course
We call
it
him
is.
Dr. Poontang.
Wow.
He is Dr. Poon. That's his name.
She's like,
It
oh,
really
knock
is
me out. I
insane.
don't know why I'm undressed
I went to
afterwards.
high school with
He's
him.
amazing, actually, Dr.
Of course,
Poon.
he's amazing.
Yeah. He travels all over the world, actually, Laura. In fact, part of the whole gimmick.
Dr. Poon
of-
travels all. Of course, he does.
He did. Dr.
Poon goes everywhere.
That Poon's been all over the world.
Poon is everywhere you want to be.
Poon has pictures in his office of him traveling the world, and he asks
I
his,
have pictures of Poon traveling around.
he asks his
Did he go to
patients
Epstein's Island?
to take pictures of them brushing or flossing or wherever they are in the world. So when I went to Costa Rica, I
That's
took
what
a
they're calling
picture
it now, flossing. Huh?
of me brushing my teeth in the middle of Monteverde.
It feels like the weirdest OnlyFans ever.
I just say it's a lot of Poon pics, you know.
Poon pics everywhere from
Poon
all over the
loves
world.
his pics. That's all
but
I can
no,
say.
a lot of people, if they trust the doctor, then if the doctor sells the practice, they're like, well, he must have liked that person, so he wouldn't have sold the practice to somebody he didn't feel was.
But that's not
And-
true. He sold the practice to the highest bidder.
He
Sometimes
gave
yes,
me
sometimes
my
no.
photo.
Poon?
Did he break up with me?
See,
Does that
Josh
mean-
went to Poon, didn't
Yeah.
he? He's a great dentist.
It's the only Poon I've ever gone to.
I know, that's true. He is a great dentist, you have to admit.
It's also the
Yeah.
only poon you ever paid for.
That's true. Yeah.
That we know of.
Let it boom.
No,
Let
it
boom.
is. I don't pay for
Come
Poon.
on, give Poon a plug, will you? He's
Give
amazing.
Poon a chance.
He's in Burbank, and he really
If,
is amazing.
If Josh breaks into song, it's a hit.
It's over.
No, it's
we're
a
only-
winner. It's a winner.
Okay, we're 15 minutes in.
So no, there's a.
Really?
I'm gonna make a bit out of that. I'm gonna add Dr. Poon into it though, but maybe Dr. Poon will be the. We couldn't control ourselves laughing about like I hope you didn't want all your teeth. You know, just like I'm sorry, I missed the first three. I pulled 3 wrong
It's
ones.
a new drill.
I mean, I was going with my friend sitting next
Don't
to me. And I'm
worry.
like, don't worry. I've done this a million times.
He has no strength to pull your teeth. How's he gonna do that?
I can only imagine the X-ray machines that they did. I mean, because now it's all digital. I can only imagine he still has a curtain that he has to get behind with the lead vest. It'd be like,
Oh, he hasn't upgraded his equipment.
Why do I
it's from the
feel-
1950s.
Why do I feel if he was like doing his practice today, not in the hospital, he'd be telling people, you know, when I voted for FDR.
Okay, I have something very important to say. Why is it doctors call it a practice? That's scary as shit. They should be
We're
calling
practicing medicine. It's always
it.
practicing.
No,
Because
that
practice
scares
makes
me.
perfect.
Yeah, but it
it's
should be
a
called
science and an art. Some people are better at art. Some people at science. Medicine is a science and art. There is just like all science. Actually, if you ask Albert Einstein, he'll tell you that
Einstein.
Epstein, whatever. I've
You're
been drinking.
confusing-
I have not eaten.
I
yet
asked for
today.
Albert Einstein, not Albert Einstein. He doesn't. He's a plumber.
You're confusing.
I will admit freely, I am a glass
Are
of
you talking
champagne in
about
and have not
Einstein?
eaten yet today.
Okay, stop talking then. I
So,
got
but
your
no,
back.
but even
Okay.
he talked about the fact that science, there is an art to it. Like it's not just black and white. You have to have some. And medicine is the same way. When you can put together a creative approach to a difficult problem, sometimes it's not just what is the cookie cutter. Like this is how we treat it. Bam. Well, not everybody falls into this category. You have to look at the presentation in front of you and go, okay, well they have this and this and they're allergic to that and they've done this and this didn't work. And you have to kind of like find the sweet spot for each person. So it is kind of an art form. And I would tell you that only from even my small part of the medical field where I treat patients, I can see 100 people with herniated disc, back pain, with radicular symptoms down their leg. And there is a standard approach to all of them, but you can't use that for all 100 people because they come in front of you and they have different things going on.
So you're saying that a practice is
Practicing.
never permanent or perfect.
It's never
always
perfect. Nothing's
practiced.
perfect.
Well, medical, information changes yearly,
Yes,
daily, hourly.
Yeah. all
You
of
mean
it.
like COVID-19?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we may find out 5 minutes from now that it's actually good for you.
Makes you live a million years with strong teeth.
We've actually had 400,000 births. It's fine.
Oh, right.
Everyone who got COVID got a bigger
That's
penis.
Josh, we should check the stats on that. How many births
Just
during
think if they just
COVID-19?
clipped that right
I-
out. Everybody that got COVID got a bigger penis. There would be men running the
Googling
streets.
that.
Breathe on me. Breathe
actually-
on me.
I actually
Amanda,
read-
Just
Amanda in the
cue-
booth.
Just
Can
cue,
you look up?
Chariots of Fire theme song and all the men in the streets. Give me COVID.
Can you check the number of births since COVID began and versus the number of COVID deaths? I would love to hear that stat.
Well, the births won't really
Just
happen.
U.S. or worldwide.
January or
Pick one.
February, right?
I would say U.S., but
The real COVID births aren't going to happen until January or February.
Check the number of Plan B purchases.
what I'm saying is, if the births, I'm not saying because of
me. She heard
COVID.
it.
I'm just saying, if let's say we have 200,000 deaths in L.A. County, we could do L.A. County
country.
too, but I say the U.S. And then we have 205,000 deaths. I mean births. I think we're doing all right, right?
Think we look up the abortion issue and make it really awkward?
My friend Jerry in Florida just texted me. He's watching. Just so
Oh,
you know.
hi Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Send us
I
a
want to know
question.
how many abortions
Oh
happened.
my! Wow, stillbirth rates rises dramatically during the pandemic.
Well, we found
apparently.
comedy gold with this time.
Stillbirth rates. That's because of all the alcohol toxicity.
I'm going to call my next comedy special Stillbirth. Live from Stillbirth.
Do you have a song for that? Stillbirth.
No,
Okay.
because that's not a movie anyone
Too
wants
dark.
to go and see.
It's too dark. Sorry.
That's-
I
That's
have-
a depressing
I have a
musical.
really dark meme to share with you.
There's a
Paul.
COVID baby
You can
fund.
decide if you want. If Jerry says hello, everyone. By the way.
Hello,
Text-
Jerry from Florida.
Text your meme to Ray, and they'll put it on the screen. For.
Oh, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna show it to Paul first,
Okay.
and see if we get a clearance on that, because Paul is the site director.
I'm the moral majority here.
Paul's in charge of. Hey, by the way, how our classes have been going gangbusters, right?
We're
I mean,
having an amazing
I didn't mean
October.
you have to
Oh, right,
go. I
podcast.
didn't mean you had to go into like the list of the classes or anything, but I was just having a conversation.
I'm actually looking up births in 2020 just to see what we find.
because you're excited.
The current birth rate for U.S. in 2020 is 11.999 births per 1,000 people. So a 0.09 increase.
It's a decline.
It's an increase from last year.
Wait. Now we have conflicting. Are you using Google or Yahoo? 'Cause
I'm
look
using macro trends at Google.
so look at this one. It says the decline in births
Here you go,
could
Paul.
be on the order of 300,000 to 500,000 fewer
I love
births
that one.
next year. Are people not having sex during COVID?
That's exactly.
That's for next year,
that's like
though.
literally where my political.
Right. So my friend from Texas says everyone
yeah,
was
we're-
really excited when we went into the pandemic. Like, hey, we're at home. Let's have sex like rabbits. And then they're like a month later, ew, are you the same person?
Now
Still?
we're on divorces.
Yeah.
And drinking's up. And you
We
can order
should
wine
be-
from me.
Drinking is up 14%. I actually know this statistic.
Thank you.
Most Americans have been drinking. The drinking rate ran up.
That's the
Most
last little bit. Give it to Barbara.
14% increase in alcohol consumption.
Amateurs.
Yeah.
Right, but like
50% for
the
Laura.
COVID babies will literally be popping out in December, January, February, and March.
And they'll be bulletproof.
Oh.
Yeah, they will.
Like Trump is now, like he
Yeah.
said, right? Just, we're out there being like, oh,
Born
yeah.
immunity. That's what it'll be called.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
herd immunity.
They're
It's
gonna
called
come out
born
with face
immunity.
masks and shields and Teflon.
Well,
They're gonna have
instead
Teflon skin.
Right, I mean, instead of baby boomers, this will be like COVID babies.
And their first words will be, "Your mic is muted."
Yeah. Oh
They're gonna-
no!
they're gonna
Can
have
you hear
wristbands.
me?
They have
Can you hear
wristbands
me?
that
Hear me.
Actually,
Unmute
teleport their
yourself.
brain cells into
Unmute
a
yourself.
Ah.
No. Their first word will be Zoom.
You're right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Boop. Not mommy, daddy. Zoom.
Who do you love more?
Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom. Did you hear Zoom? You sent me that. Zoom
Yeah.
is doing events now.
Yeah,
We've been doing events on Zoom since March. I don't know where they've been.
they've been a third-party
Passive.
platform, yeah.
I know, but no, they're
they've
actually
been busy trying to fix their technology so it isn't all crackly when you record things like because there's a delay when you record on Zoom. I know because my podcast is on Zoom, and every time there's somebody doesn't talk for a little bit, then it's always like a delay, and it's like, okay, so the first couple words don't come out.
Yeah, we stopped recording to Zoom the first time we tried it. It doesn't work. You can't live stream to Zoom or record to Zoom. Doesn't work.
Okay.
But sorry, we're telling you that now, Laura.
Oh, you
but-
mean on the live? Oh, on this stage? Yes.
Yeah. Well, anytime. She's doing was trying to do her podcast.
I do my podcast on
Not
Zoom.
that we're slamming Zoom because it's been amazing for us, honestly.
So what are you using? Riverside?
No, Utah.
Don't tell
YouTube.
Zoom that we're currently
OBS,
streaming on
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
OBS.
Well, mine's not live. My podcast isn't live. I record
Yeah.
ahead of time. You'll know. Barbara's on the podcast on the 26th of October. I'm not exactly sure when it'll air.
And what am I doing?
You're drinking Hog Boss from
Hogboss.
Hogboss. It's their $500 a bottle
Woo!
bourbon from Whistle Pig.
And wait, and you're sending it to me? And when will I receive this? When
Probably
my friend?
this week.
Great.
But you can't drink it all. You have to save some for the podcast.
You know, when they were choosing the
I'm
name,
not
it
going to
was,
drink a whole bottle.
Oh, I don't know if
of-
they're sending you a whole bottle. They're just sending
Oh.
you a sampler bottle.
Oh, wow.
you know, when they were picking the name, they had to choose between Hog Boss and Pig District Supervisor, and Hog Boss I think just
Yep.
had a better ring to it.
Yeah.
What about-
Sweet was taken, so they had to go with Hogboss.
No, I think they want to do this little piggy.
Missy making
This little
bacon was
piggy.
already used. So
What about Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah,
Those are some other
well-
names.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
What
that's-
about Miss Piggy? It is a whiskey podcast. How about Miss Piggy Boss?
well,
Can we
could
call it
talk-
Miss Piggy
well,
Boss?
You can talk about that with the two master distillers from Whistle Pig that you'll be on the podcast with.
I see.
So
Okay.
Oh, Whistle Pig creates Hog Boss.
yes,
I see.
But there's no Miss Piggy, clearly.
there
What?
might be now after you
think
bring it
there's
up.
a
I think
Muppet
it's a
wine?
really good idea.
A Muppet wine,
Right?
Yeah, or a
Because
Muppet.
ladies
There's
love
a,
whiskey.
there's a Miss Kitty wine. Barbara gave you a bottle of it. Of
The
something.
Muppets go to Betty Ford Center.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Statler and
That's
Waldorf.
a great movie. Miss
Amanda likes that.
28 Days with Miss Piggy. I made Paul laugh. I think, and Josh. That's a
she's-
win for Laura.
she's
Win for
doing-
Laura. Points for Laura on this podcast.
She's doing karate chops on the nurses, sending them
Who
across
can do
the room.
Kermit right here? Right?
I don't know. Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah. Say
Hello
I
there.
like whiskey.
You know, I like whiskey.
I like whiskey.
Well, I mean, Gonzo doesn't like it as much as me, but and Fozzie Bear, he's kind of an alcoholic. And
Come on, Kermit. That's my Miss Piggy. How am I doing? I like whiskey.
I don't think I can.
No?
Kermit
Okay.
the Frog here. Kermit the.
I like this.
Kermit's voice has also been altered.
Kermit!
Multiple people. playing
Sorry,
it.
that was very annoying.
I
I was
don't
trying.
understand Kermit. Kermit.
Oh, that's Miss Piggy. Oh, Kermit. How come you can do all of them? Okay. Kermit.
Waka, waka,
Miss,
waka.
Miss Piggy like whiskey, Miss Kermit.
Kermit the Frog.
That's a little Yoda.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You busted into
Whiskey
Yoda.
I like. Whiskey I drink. There's no try. Do or do not.
You know, hey, Laura, I had an idea. What if a
I saw
guy,
the smoke.
what if a guy dressed up in drag and tested some whiskey and sent you a video and said, hey, I'm a woman.
Yeah,
and
just
I'm
how progressive
Yeah.
are you? when
Well,
it
I
comes
actually
to
wanted
women?
to do Men November and have men.
Jose?
I wanted to have men on in November
Okay.
as a guest because it's Man November or whatever they do. People do.
No Shave
But-
November.
No Shame November, whatever. But because it's so new, the people that are kind of
Because white men need another holiday.
My executive producer, people that sort of they were like,
Ixnayed
well,
it.
maybe next year if it's still going. So maybe next year we'll do it. This year we're focusing on just women. But I'm not, I'm not opposed to that. I actually have men I would love to have, Jose being one of them, who I would love to have on the podcast. And when the world opens up, I hope it's a whole tour. The Stiletto Whiskey Network.
When the world opens up and we will meet, just a little love will make everyone COVID
I like how you're
free.
trying to keep up with a song that's never been
Yeah.
written.
No, it's a real song.
No, I know it's a real
Is
song.
that from a
but the
musical?
lyrics.
I don't know that.
Right,
that
but
one I
it
didn't
sounded good. When the world opens up
know. When it opens up,
and your legs
and your
do
legs
too,
do too.
just a little love
Just a little
will
love.
get us through.
Will get us through.
That was pretty good, actually.
Not bad.
Okay,
Give them a
thank
round
you.
of
Thank
applause.
you, Josh and I. Yes.
we go.
We made the dog fall asleep.
It's usually musical
Now
theater.
blow, Gabriel, blow. I don't know why I had there. Just
What was
what
it?
is that one? Remember that?
that's
What's the musical song?
Midnight
You sang Clats last week.
on a
What was Blow,
lonely
Gabriel? Was that Anything Goes? Do you know Anything Goes? No Little Anything Goes?
No,
I know that I saw the musical, but I
we
don't
know
the-
every musical, but
Yeah.
I
I
am
loved
getting
Indian. I saw
little hot 'cause
somebody
it's
really
in
famous
90
in it.
degrees in
maybe
here.
Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, Patti LuPone.
Patti LuPone. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Patti LuPone on Broadway in New York. Anything goes.
okay.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes.
Yep, that was it.
There we go. Yeah.
They were on
Name a musical theater tune, Becca, or a
I
musical
can do it.
theater. anything.
Carolina Change is one of my favorite musicals.
I don't. Who wrote that? I don't know that one.
Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
I don't know that one either.
Did Death of a Salesman have songs? Those might have been
Guys
fun.
and Dolls.
They're gonna remake
Guys
it.
and Dolls,
They're gonna
okay.
remake it
I
as
can
a
do
musical.
Guys and Dolls.
If they
I
made,
can do Guys
if they
and
made
Dolls.
Titanic,
Everybody likes you, Biff. Everybody likes you, Biff. You're the greatest star the school ever saw.
Willie Loman isn't Roman.
if they had
No, it
Titanic
doesn't
the
work.
musical, we should have Death of a Salesman musical,
Oh,
followed
yeah.
by a double feature with 12 Angry Men, the musical.
I am not a dime a dozen. I am Willie Loman. You're Biff Loman.
Attention
That's
must
it.
be paid. Attention must be paid.
I want the cheese. I want my Swiss. I want my Swiss. It's an opera now. It's an opera. It's a big opera with Dustin Hoffman going back to playing Willie Loman.
We were free and clear, Willie. We were free and... this is...
You know what I
We
don't like?
never told the truth in this house.
Fake musicals are more fun than real musicals.
I was
That's what
just
we're
gonna
learning this
say,
week.
when the words are just the words of everything you're doing, like today I woke up and made some eggs and bacon,
I
and
have
then
an
I went
overactive
to
bladder.
the- Right? It's just ridiculous.
I pee every 15 fucking
Actually,
seconds.
if you did the Evita style to a tragedy, to a modern tragedy, I think it would work. Like Death of a Salesman
Do it.
just sung.
Let's see it. Go.
Oh, just sing the actual
You just
lines.
sing.
God, Paul, you're sweating.
know.
You're dripping.
Attention must be paid. Those are the only lines I know. Is attention must be paid. We were free and clear, Willie.
Okay.
Free and clear.
Why are you guys on your phones right now?
I'm
What
looking
are you
for the monologue
Googling?
to sing.
Monologue.
Okay.
Jerry was texting me, sorry.
He's like, stop singing.
There you
Tell
Stop it.
Jerry to put the comments on. Look, who still has their teeth? That's
The
the
comments.
All right, you're
comments.
15
Thank
minutes
you,
behind.
Amanda.
I don't know if we want Jerry's comments on that.
I do. I still have my
All right,
teeth.
Jerry, you're up for the task.
That was like 10 minutes ago, I think, but I'm very proud that I have teeth, and I hope to have them for a very long
I'm very
time.
proud. I have teeth, and I use both my feet when walking.
Would you like to hear my Death of a Salesman
Let's-
song
let's
now?
hear it,
I
let's
have-
hear
here
it.
we go.
Thank you.
Willie,
Okay.
I ran down 7 flights with a pin in my hand today, and suddenly I stopped. You hear me? And in the middle of the office building, do you hear me? I stopped in the middle of the building, and I saw the sky.
That one almost went into madness right there.
I saw
Stopped
the things
in the
that
middle
I
of the
love
street.
in this world. The work and the food and the time to sit and smoke. And I hooked. Okay, that's it. But I think that would be a great
That's
musical.
a very strong.
I think the key with Arthur Miller is that if for those depressing plays is that it should be really really happy music, but to the depressing play.
Yeah, no, the good
Like
contrast.
yeah, like in the Crucible.
The dichotomy.
Because
of
it
the
is
two.
my name. It is his name. It is his name. It is his name. It is his
It
name.
is.
Not
It is.
another name.
It's his name.
We saw the witches in the forest.
Okay, what about
Where's
the
the pole
COVID
dancers come in?
COVID-19 the musical? Go.
COVID-19. I'm only wearing jeans 'cause I don't need to leave my couch.
I never wear heels. Why would I? I only need my thongs when I go outside.
Actually, if it's Andrew Lloyd Webber, it would be COVID-19. COVID-19.
COVID, all alone in the 2020.
Don't cry for me, coronavirus. The truth is you only killed me.
That's
I
right.
had no life to begin with. I was just on TikTok.
Cough once again for me. You strange disease. Are you airborne or not? Oh, bitch, please.
It's springtime for COVID and the pandemic.
Watch out, world. We're going on tour.
Oh, I wanted to say quarantine in there. That was not bad. Wow, very nice.
Everybody in sweatpants drinking, getting fatter, sitting on the couch, and having sex. And
And-
zooming from tits up, so it doesn't matter what you wear from down.
And everybody's
No
doing
pants.
this. Bougie, savage. With the fucking savage.
How to sanitize your house. How to...
It's the circle of COVID.
The circle of death.
Surrounds us all.
I only know movie musicals. You can tell
It's
this.
the circle.
See, guys, Guys, what we're doing right now is that this podcast is being piped directly
COVID-19.
into Eric Garcetti's feed. And he's going, you know what? Open the fucking club. Please. Stop this.
I mean,
is
no one
literally
will
what
come
we're trying
see
to
them
stop.
anyway. They're so terrible. I mean, why would
This is
just open
literally-
it up and get it over with?
Because I'm a promoter of wine and I need you to keep singing. Do you guys
Yes.
want more? I'll open
Yeah.
a bottle.
Woo!
But
I don't
have,
know.
I have red. It's
Okay.
red now.
Yeah,
Yes.
red.
Okay.
Well, it depends. What musical should we sing about wine?
Well, you can still keep it
Vino,
singing about
I love every bottle. It's delicious whenever.
If I was a drunk man, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, I drink all the bottles in the room. Bottles in the room. I drink.
Okay, so you.
Merlot. I just met a wine named Merlot.
And suddenly I find how beautiful a wine can be.
There we go. Cabernet, Cabernet. I just downed a whole bottle of Cabernet.
Red, the color of the wine.
Oh my
That's the only thing I
gosh.
remember from Les Mis.
That was not bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh
What else do
my
we know?
gosh.
I think Barb's actually impressed with my ability to do show tunes.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I thought Josh and I had it like
But mine are all
down.
movies. That's the thing. I saw
yeah.
all the musical conversions.
Yeah, we're the
in fact, yeah.
musicals. You and Laura should do the movie side, and we'll do the. Yeah, come on.
The hills are alive with the sound of winos.
I was doing that SNL thing where you sing and I sing and we sing the same thing.
Okay.
Do it.
The hills are alive with the sound of COVID.
We did it, kind of. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
we
kind of
did.
did.
I don't sing. I do interpretive dance, but I don't sing.
Well,
Okay.
how come? Oh, you're not pouring.
no,
I see.
we're passing it
We're
down
passing.
to you.
Which is this is the one you brought last week?
Yeah.
So
no,
you
the-
know drunk history? This is called drunk comedy. That's they made a whole show about
Apparently,
it.
I'm the designated driver here.
Yes.
That's what's
Are you
happening.
taking us all home?
It's just so it would seem.
Check it on you.
What's the song about taking it? There's a song about taking it home.
I thought you said there's a song about
Taking it
taking it.
home.
I'm like, there's a lot of songs about taking it.
taking.
Oh well, there's Les Mis. God on high. I'm wrong key for that. It should be God on high.
That was beautiful, Josh.
That's funny.
Hear my prayer. And God's like, well, I hear it. I get it.
Well, if anybody needs wine,
Josh,
laurahayden.com.
Josh
Just
actually
email me.
does opera, and he's being very modest. But listen,
I had a great opera teacher, and he would work on musicals.
Did you, in all seriousness, did you ever pursue music as an actual, instead of before comedy?
No. Well, that was back when I was like a theater guy. I was like, oh, I got to do the musical theater, and so I trained with him for that. And then after that, I don't love it as much as
Did you just
comedy.
not get booked for like The Wiz, and you were like, that's it, I'm not doing.
The Wiz was for
Michael
a
Jackson.
black person,
I know that's
a black man.
He has the joke. Josh just shows up. He's like, I'm gonna ease on down. I'm gonna ease on down the road, and then
Paul.
He's got the right hair.
Right. I think I'd be better for Jesus Christ Superstar given my look. I was just listening to that. My mind is clear now.
Yeah.
At last. All too well.
Okay, so the Wizard of Oz is where
Be
your
careful.
head was, but you said the Wiz.
yeah, ease on down the road.
No.
He's on down the road.
It's
said The
amazing
Wiz.
how many musicals I've seen, and
Sing,
I don't.
sing something from the Wizard of Oz.
Well, from The Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
We're off to see them.
the most common.
Fine. I could be another Lincoln if I only got to thinking, if I only had a brain.
Oh, you'd be a good.
Ba-dum.
You'd be a good.
Oh, I could have had
Cowardly
Jason
Lion.
Alexander's career.
Yeah. Don't like the Cowardly Lion. You can
Yeah.
do it. Can you do that one?
If I was
Aw.
the king of the forest, or a prince, or a paw.
I would think that you should be the lion, actually, if given a choice. You would be
I
the lion.
probably could have done that. So in my
You
heart
know
of
my
hearts, I'm
impression
the Tin
from
Man.
the Wizard of Oz. Since we're on it.
Actually, no, I take that back. I would
Well,
be
if
the
this
scarecrow.
if we were doing
I'll
the
get
Wizard
you
of
mine.
Look at you, my pretty.
And your little dog, too.
And your little dog too. Come on,
the
that was
Wizard of Oz, you'd be Dorothy.
that was my best impression. You guys
Dorothy.
always tease me on my impressions.
Dorothy, there's fire everywhere. I love the scarecrow.
You could be the Oz.
I could
Great
have been
Oz.
Oz.
Yeah.
And for you, courage.
Oh, be Glinda.
Oh yeah.
Josh, of the three things of
I just want to
courage,
float in a big
brains,
dress with amazing shoes.
of courage, brains, or a heart, what would you want from the wizard? You're very smart, so I think
Yes.
one of them's gone.
Choose one.
Courage, brains, or heart? What would I want from the wizard?
Does he
I
get a
don't want any of them. I want money.
Oh, that would have been
Courage.
hysterical. What would
Let's
I'd
change the
take
Wizard of
courage.
Oz to greed,
There we go.
Oh
Great.
yeah.
I'll take
It's a
that.
new game show.
lust,
Yeah.
and gluttony.
Which three things?
Yeah, courage. I feel like I have a brain and I feel like I have a heart.
I was gonna ask for a vaccine actually.
That'd be fun.
For
Oh,
COVID.
that's the modern version.
You know what? I would do
Thank
the
you.
brain because then I would realize in my brain that courage and heart are both abstract concepts that I can
We're
cultivate.
off to see
Act
the
wizard.
wizard. Could
Wonderful
I have a
wizard.
vaccine?
Yeah.
Because.
Of all the wonderful vaccines he does.
Yes. Wouldn't that
Actually, that would be funny though. They're knocking on the thing. Who goes there? Oh, down there.
Well, wasn't
be?
originally
Wait.
the
Let's
original,
take their temperature.
Yeah, they're taking the temperature.
Do not come up. We
No.
must take your temperature.
Jerry just said the comedy club is still closed, is not open. In Florida, every fucking thing is open.
In fact,
Right.
in Florida, I don't want to depress
no,
Barb.
we are closed. Look,
In-
there. Look
in
around.
Florida,
There's
they're-
no one
in
here.
Florida, the governor yesterday took away all
She
restrictions.
wanted you to post this on
In
on
Florida?
the
All
thing,
restrictions are
Jerry.
stopped in Florida. The governor said, "You guys go do whatever you want. Those who want to get sick can get sick. Those
Let's
who
go
want
to
stay
Florida.
home, stay home."
Let's go to Florida, please.
Flappers, Florida.
Flappers, Florida.
Who doesn't
We could
love
be
an
like Ben
alliteration?
Shapiro.
Well, we have an audience member. Jerry will show up.
Joe
Thanks,
Rogan,
Jerry.
Joe Rogan went to Texas. Flappers went to Florida.
Yeah, well, if we don't open soon, we might have to do this.
I have to go to Florida.
I
anyway.
was kind of thinking Costa Rica instead, but hey. Florida, you have to go to Florida, Laura?
Yeah.
For what?
To see Jerry.
Oh, hi, Jerry. We'll come see you.
I wanna see Josh.
Florida lifts all COVID-19 restrictions.
Yeah.
Just today?
Wow.
Like today, I guess? Wow.
It was within the last couple days.
That is fantastic.
here's
I
my-
hope that we follow suit soon because LA is like literally the last man on earth. Like we're the last.
Us in New York City.
And New York City, yeah.
Well, New York's even ahead of us. I have friends. They, own.
They're
places.
doing outdoor shows there.
And they're
no doubt.
doing some indoor dining too.
Yeah.
Some.
No, LA comedy is like we pissed off someone.
Yeah, we did.
Somebody decided
Of
to
all
make
the
that the mission
things.
for LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, music too.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to be a musician or a comedian in the movie version of this. And
Garcetti?
failed.
We'll
Garcetti.
shut down all music and comedy and force them to only gather in private where no one can enforce anything.
Or listen to how terrible they are.
Right.
We needed more porn movies.
Wow, this got depressing. We were
Yeah, it did.
we
Well,
were
the
on
porn
such a
industry's
high.
back up and running, I heard.
Really, the porn industry can do whatever they want.
They're making movies.
Oh, so yeah, production is legal.
Production
so,
is legal.
with or without a condom.
With
Porn production.
That I don't know. But
Yeah.
I saw something on the Drudge Report.
Oh, as
they're
long
the
as they've had sex before.
They're the smallest pods. I mean, they're just literally on top of each other, so the pod is very,
There's
it's very
nothing
easy.
small about
I don't
porn.
think it's
all
a
you
pod,
need is
it's-
one camera, and you can put that on a tripod and two people, or
Actually,
three, or a midget. I
now-
don't know, whatever you're doing.
What's happening now is that the quarantine is becoming part of the plots of the bad porn movies.
It is? How do you
Yes.
know this?
What do you mean, how do I know this? I've only had sex with one person. Do the math.
Ding!
What's person
Okay,
today?
okay, inform us, porn expert.
Well, like the titles are like, Mom in quarantine is lonely.
I'm sure.
really
I'm sure the
creeped out
Grubhub
right
I'm
now.
friends
driver.
with my UPS driver. Does that
Right,
is that a porn movie right
I was
there?
gonna say Hub Grub.
Oh,
The po-
Grab Hub.
Instead of
Grab
The
Hub.
Postmates.
Pornhub.
The post hub.
the Pornhub driver just shows up. Where's my order? I guess we'll have to have sex instead. That's the whole plot of the film.
I'm your
Pizza
order.
delivery guy
Yeah.
has now turned into
Did you order a penis? I mean, a pizza?
Did you
Diner
order
Dash.
Did you order a big sausage pizza?
That's
it.
right.
That's
I
exactly
have
how
your
it works,
big
right?
sausage pizza.
Oh, I
right
like
here.
your pepperoni.
The DoorDash guy suddenly has his pack and heat.
Do you think the one guy who actually was a pizza delivery guy back in the 1960s, who had sex with a woman, looks at all of these videos now and is like, I don't get a cut of this.
Yeah,
This is-
right.
Or the doorman or the bellman at the bellhop at a hotel.
Pizza. Would you like some of my
Well,
pizza?
I also think somewhere J.D. Salinger watches every disgruntled teen show and movie and thinks I deserve a cut. Like I
Right.
created the first disgruntled teen.
Right. That's pretty much every John Hughes movie.
So, Josh, what are the other quarantine porn shows that we should be watching?
That was just the one I noticed. They haven't proliferated
Mom in
yet.
Quarantine Lonely?
I tend to like I tend to like the older porns because I'm
You mean
a
older
romantic.
women porns?
No, Green Door and things like that. Deep Throat. Is that Debbie Does Dallas?
I just noticed in the
How-
70s.
How old do you go?
In the 70s they just they seemed to there was more love involved somehow.
MILFs.
What?
I like
He likes
this-
body
Love
hair. That's
in
what. That's all
porn?
Josh is telling you is that he enjoys body hair.
Love in porn.
There has to be a cheating MILF with essential worker.
Okay, speaking of,
Right? There has to be one where it's like, I am just an essential worker. Don't say that, Timmy.
Right.
You're more than that.
you're
There
more.
has to be.
There has to be an
You're
essential
not.
worker one.
You're not just essential.
MILF
Yeah.
seduces essential
Yeah.
worker.
He's got the mask
in
on.
Taco Bell.
Take off everything. but
Actually,
the
in some of the
mask.
porns, they are wearing the masks now.
That's hysterical.
No.
Yes.
Well, they didn't
Yes.
kiss. Most
They're,
of them
they're
don't
not
kiss.
kissing.
Some
they're
of them
just-
are butterfaces, am I right?
Wait, so you can do everything else but kiss?
I just made fun of women who would never have sex with me.
What's a butterface?
Everything butterface.
Everything's nice about her
Like
butterface.
from the back, the smoking hot body, and
I
it turns
honestly
around,
didn't
and it's
know
like,
that.
Now I'm glad I made that joke so Barb could be part of
Butterface?
it.
I was like,
Butterface.
what's that
Well,
mean?
no, I worked in a bar for a long time. A lot of guys
Everything
are like,
butterface?
another butterface. Like she's smoking hot, and then the face is like,
I'm the other way
snaggletooth.
around. What's it called when it's a good face and but nothing else is good?
A butter body.
Butter body?
A butter body.
A butter face
Everything's
and a
nice
butter
about her butter body.
Ah.
I think this
wow,
roll around
butter
my middle
body.
is a butter body.
Yeah, I'm a butter dick.
See, this is kind of why I avoid human beings, right there.
I'm a butter dick.
Oh, I
that's
did
my-
not. I'm learning so much today, you guys. I'm really
know.
thankful.
You know, I might do that as a bit now.
Butter bit, butter
I'm
body.
a butter dick.
A butter dick. Yeah, I'm one of those too.
Everything's great about me, but his dick.
But his dick.
But his dick. That's what it is. It's
A butter
buttis-
dick. Butter
it's a
dick.
buttis
Butt his dick.
But
It's
no,
butt his
just
dick.
say butter dick. Just use butter in front of everything, or butt him.
But her.
Butta.
It's short for but her.
Well,
but her face.
I
But
got
her-
it. I
but
got
her
it. I
dick would
got
be a
it.
different-
Yeah, butter
Yeah.
dick. Everything's good about her butter dick.
Yeah.
Butter
It's
dick.
all about the emphasis, but her dick.
But her dick.
Hey, you guys
That's
are
the
so
Eliza
gender.
Doolittle version.
You're so ungender neutral right now. Like you need to just be gender
Sorry,
fluid, okay?
but
And
their
relax.
dick.
Yes, thank you. No,
their dick.
We could,
But-
you could
but-
call them
but
theirs or
Zier.
dads or thems or
But
zads or
Zier
zits.
dick.
But Zier dick,
but Zier dick.
which is starting to sound German. But
You're
Zier
welcome.
dick.
You can call it whatever you want. It still requires one of these and one of these to create babies.
We caught Indiana Jones, but what about his dick?
Are you talking about Zier dick?
Some guys, I think the ladies would agree, they're a butter wallet or a butter
Yes.
or a butter bank account.
Nah, yeah.
Ooh, definitely butter.
Everything's
bank
nice
account.
about them, but
Butter
the bank account.
Yeah.
Butter compassion. What about that? Guys, let's try to elevate this discussion a little bit, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You really care about that when you're watching porn, I'm sure.
And then
Right?
eventually
That's
we
why he wanted old porn. He wanted a plot and
Yeah.
some love in it.
I want both of them to know
porn?
that it's
Josh-
forbidden.
I like to watch my porn with compassion.
Josh watched
in
porn
it.
movies to see if he got the job.
All right, we have some here.
You know, that was
If you're in
whole
the
plot.
studio, come get a glass of wine.
That was the whole plot of Boogie Nights, which is Burt Reynolds' character wanted to make a movie in which people after
Boogie
they
nights.
jizz their pants,
We are here
they'd
to
watch the plot.
party. Boogie nights. You know this one, Josh?
No, because it involves boogieing and
Boogie
nights,
nights.
and I don't do anything on
We
either
are
of those.
here to party. No, I mean not really party because no large gatherings are allowed. What about Florida? Are large gathering? It says Florida will likely be a house on fire in weeks with
Oh,
the
yeah, but they don't-
coronavirus
but they don't
restrictions.
care.
Infectious disease experts say.
They're trying to kill off all the old people.
Right.
Part of the master plan from
I thought they were trying to kill off all the neon.
Well, if
there.
they kill off all the
Fine.
old people, then
The-
the
and
real
the
estate will be
flamingos.
able to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because it's a lot of those senior homes are really cheap, and then if they all die, they can then charge
You listen to
$1,800.
this, Jerry. Buy some stuff from me.
This
So
is sounding
this
more
is-
and more like a Lex Luthor plot.
Oh, this is. I told Josh, when we find out that this really was a chemical warfare thing, I won't be surprised. It just feels. it feels very interesting that like children and young kids, they do fine, right?
So you're saying some scientist somewhere was like, you know what? I fucking hate my grandparents. I've got a plan.
I think so. I think someone was kind of like, they didn't put me in the will. I'm gonna create a new nuclear weapon.
I've thought from the beginning, what is all... I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but from the very beginning when I heard about this, I'm like, what is this hiding? What are they doing that they don't want us to know about? That they...
Good news for your blood type is O, right?
I'm O positive.
I was just reading that they're thinking that people who have O positive are less likely to die from it.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
Well, thank you. You've made my day. Or my year,
Until
I guess.
she gets the letter from Kaiser saying, there's been a mistake in your blood.
You don't have any.
Yeah, you're not. Sorry, you're.
Oh,
a
really?
Half,
Is that what they
you're
said?
a half pint.
A positive? You're A positive? What do
A
you, Paul, what are
positive.
you?
I have no idea. I think I'm A positive.
Well, go give some blood and find
I'm
out.
O
Nobody
something.
wants this
Oh, something?
diabetic
Okay.
alcoholic's blood.
I think I'm AB something.
That's rare.
That's a test. It's called an AB test.
Oh.
No, AB's a blood type.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul.
Okay, so
Well,
guys,
it can be
I think
both.
I
Yeah,
actually-
wait.
Mom Jane.
It can't be both.
you can actually go online and get a blood test. It's very
They just
easy
look at your
now.
eye color and go, I think you might be an O.
Oh.
I know that someone one day I made him make their O face.
Oh.
I knew O face was coming.
Oh. This is a tribute to Rachel
There's
Bradley.
an O positive face.
Oh.
Mike Judge.
O
Mike-
positive and O negative.
Oh.
Mike Judge has given a lot back to our community.
Yes. O face.
Yes. Thank you, Rachel Bradley, for that.
How great
bit.
is that quote that most people wouldn't know what movie it came from?
Yeah.
Like, what a wonderful...
Home Alone?
No. O-Face is from Office Space,
Yeah,
right?
but Jennifer Aniston. And
I don't recall the scene in Home Alone where Kevin was making an O face.
I thought it was from Home Alone.
No, O-Face was...
Like, I knew he got close to that neighbor, but I didn't know it
yeah,
was...
the homeless lady, too.
All right. Well, there's many places the O face could come from, but
I don't
who
have an
coined
O
it?
face.
I would love to see, by the way, a Home Alone, I think at this point it'd be 4, where Macaulay Culkin plays a 39-year-old guy who's a millennial whose parents leave him at home, and then he's like really screwed because he doesn't know how to do anything.
Right, the millennial
Like,
at Home
right.
Alone.
Yeah, that would
That's
be a great
sad.
movie.
Which
wouldn't it?
remote
Call
turns
it
on the TV?
Malone. Malone.
Oh
Malone.
no! I have,
Malone.
I have to do laundry.
I have to balance a checkbook.
Someone's at the door. Someone actually wants to see me at the door. They're not leaving the
What's this weird
package.
what's this weird sound at the door? It's
Do
knocking?
we?
You know how that movie really does not hold up today? Is how big was that kid's fucking house? in that?
It's a
Amazing.
real house,
It's,
though.
I know, but
They
it's a
had s-
mansion.
They had to reshoot so many scenes because Joe Pesci kept swearing like profusely.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck, we have to shoot the scene again," because he's like,
What?
Because it was a PG
Movie,
movie, and
PG.
so they had to keep. He just kept saying "fuck" everywhere.
Plus,
Like this
Daniel
podcast.
Stern,
Yeah.
Plus, Daniel Stern at the time was filming City Slickers, and I believe they also had to do the Wonder Years. So, like, they did not have.
Oh my gosh.
That was-
Okay, we're running out of time.
We
you guys.
are?
Yes. We've wasted.
No, we have
an-
8 minutes. What do you mean? We're
We've
fine.
wasted a complete. I know, but by the time
Oh,
Paul finishes
Apparently,
talking about,
I'm the comment section. Jerry said the original O face is from Alfalfa and Little Rascals, which is true.
oh really? Whoa, when Alfalfa was it?
Who was fucking Alfalfa?
Darla. Apparently, she was a whore. She fucked everybody on that cast. If you go back and read the stuff about Hollywood, because they weren't
Little
that young.
rascal.
No, but Darla was apparently, she really had it in for buckwheat.
Yeah.
Oh, back then, huh?
Yeah, the original O face was Alfalfa. Well done, Jerry. You're right.
Okay, thank you for that. Tell him to keep sending us tidbits.
Tidbits via
From
me.
Florida.
You could put them on the
Yeah, if you put them on the Facebook, we can actually
everybody
read
else
them.
can enjoy your wit, Jerry.
Yes. All right, so we are running out of time, and you know what? We're running out of air conditioning.
Oh,
I'm
we
sweating
ran out
like
of that a long
pig.
time ago.
yeah.
I'm
so
sweating like a priest.
You know,
in
if it gets any
kindergarten.
hotter, this will turn into a Tennessee play. Am I right? Am I right?
I think
Theater
we
majors, anyone? Yeah.
and
Ella!
on that note, what's happening in the comedy world at Flappers, Josh?
Well, in the comedy world at Flappers, Barb,
Yeah.
Jimmy Pardo is doing another one of his monthly shows tomorrow
Who is
night.
Jimmy Pardo?
Jimmy Pardo has a terrific podcast called Never Not Funny.
But
And
he
he's
is
also-
funny.
Yes, he's very funny.
He's never not funny.
Right, that's what it means.
Basically.
And he's also worked a lot with Conan. I think for a long time, it was one of the
Warm-up
guy, but I think he's now also one of the writers or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
they're amazing. He's amazing.
Does a ton, and every year he does that great
Podcastathon
that raises
24
money.
hours of comedy.
12.
12.
But that's still a lot.
To me, it feels like 24 hours,
right.
but it's good. No,
right.
it's
She
good.
hates podcasts, but anyway, he is.
I love Jim Pardos, though.
Yes, you love Pardos, and he is headlining tomorrow. And then Ryan Kelly from TikTok fame.
So cute, Ryan Kelly. Follow him on TikTok.
Yes, at Youth Pastor Ryan. He's not a real youth pastor.
Adorable.
He's headlining on Saturday. And then we've just announced, actually coming up on November 7th, Marty Ross will be doing a virtual show with us.
Marty Ross is 84?
He could be a
81.
dentist.
81.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually,
He's a little young.
Too
He's a little young.
Yeah, too young.
You should buy the practice and
Marty-
become a dentist.
Marty right now has almost 1.6 million
Yep.
views on his America's Got Talent
Yep.
video on
Yeah,
YouTube.
right.
And Marty
They were
has
waiting to see if he,
been a regular at
croaked during his
Flappers
set.
since day one, and he'll be until he dies.
He's getting
Believe me.
shorter every year. Have you
Yes.
noticed that?
yes, yes.
I love his. This is a Marty Ross joke. I know. I go to the movies and I'm a senior and they give me a senior discount. They should give me a senior discount. I sleep through the whole movie.
That is a good Marty Ross.
Thank you very much. That was my Marty Ross impression. That was pretty good. I probably can do impressions of comedians better than anyone because I've seen them more.
Over and over and over
Yes.
again.
But
Ad
Marty's
nauseam.
amazing. Please support him. He usually does his birthday show here. He missed it, not because he didn't have one. He did, but because of COVID. So please check him out online.
Well, he hasn't missed it. Technically, I think it's in November. So.
Okay. Well,
but-
zoom into Marty Ross and catch an old guy doing funny
Zoom
jokes.
to Marty Ross on November 7th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
He's not doing porn.
Or maybe he is.
Marty Ross.
Tune in and see.
So we got a really exciting thing happening with Flappers University.
What?
Tonight, and the newsletter will be the information about our first annual, which I hate saying because it's kind of redundant, but our first writing contest. Everyone is allowed for $15 to submit either a original TV pilot or an original sketch. And first prize gets $100.
What?
And a free class.
What?
Second prize gets a free class. And third place gets a workshop. Fourth place
Enormous bowl of fries.
Gets
Fourth
to
place-
Watch porn with Josh.
gets to watch porn with Josh
Great.
and the validation of knowing they tried something in their life. And fifth place, I will send you a copy of the movie Rudy. So that's that because sometimes
promise me
just
it's a-
plain.
Just promise me it's a copy of Rudy
Ooh.
in like
It's
Japanese.
it's a VHS.
In Japanese.
In Japanese.
Ba 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 ba
I love that song.
Good direction.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for following my
You're
orchestration.
5'0", 100 and nothing, and have hardly an ounce of athletic ability, and yet you held in with the toughest football nation in the land. In this life, you don't have to prove nothing but to yourself, and if you haven't figured that out yet, you never will. Now go on back, and don't let them get the best of you.
Is that the same movie where chicks dig scars?
Rock. That's where Rock, Charles S. Dutton, a
yeah.
fictional character, inspired that tells Rudy on the last day of practice when he quits, when he realizes he isn't going to get dressed for the big game, and then he goes back and then he gets dressed for the big game. And let me tell you, there's not a man in this country between the ages of about 35 and 50 who doesn't cry at that movie every single time that they watch it.
I think I know some that don't.
No,
Come
it's
on.
true.
I don't
It's
think
true.
I've ever seen Rudy, but I will
It's-
watch it before the next podcast. How's
It's
that?
the Love Actually for men.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, he runs out of the field.
Rudy.
John Favreau's in the stands. He's going, he's so little. And then that's the moment where I break down.
Is John
you know,
Favreau the
no one
Gene
says
Hackman
that
of our
about me.
generation?
No. John Favreau is the Spielberg of our generation.
Oh yeah.
But Gene Hackman's been in every movie, and John
Yeah,
Favreau.
no, that's Samuel Jackson. So after Gene Hackman
Okay.
was in every movie.
Then
With that-
Samuel L. Jackson took over the
Yeah.
Gene Hackman role of every movie.
Every
Okay.
movie.
Yep.
And so, but we have the writers contest, and that's going to be up on the website tonight as well. And then on top of that, Josh and I still have a couple of spots available for our in-person class. So on October 26th, in the main room in here. And
Because we're allowed to teach you
Yes.
live. We're just not
CDC.
allowed to make you laugh.
right, but
Live.
there's no laughing in class.
No laughing at all. So
And-
it's
and, yeah.
not allowed.
But we're going to have a class, and it's going to be super fun. And Josh is doing Tuesdays. I'm doing Monday. Plus, we have it's the end of the year of all of our classes. So you want to get into it now. Try to get something done. And I was telling people, in my newsletter that goes out today, my thing that I was telling young comics is, if you have the chance to be part of this kind of like mini writing contest, almost like a festival type thing, this will get your parents off your back when they're like, so how's comedy going? How are your skits going? You can be like, I'm in a big LA
Skits.
comedy contest. Oh, never mind. And then they'll move on to your relatives who haven't, gotten engaged yet, but they've been living together for 5 years. So then they become the problem in the
This
family.
suddenly got really
Yeah,
dark and
how's
Oh, it
personal.
that?
got really personal.
How's
yeah.
that stand-up
It
skit going?
became very home for the holidays.
Can I
Yeah.
be?
When are you gonna have a baby? Been married for a year.
Yeah, no, that's it. But we have a lot of exciting things happening, and we're really, we want to say thank you to everyone in the community
Yes,
and
please.
across the country, because we were able to get people from all over the country. They supported the club, and then a lot of them signed up or won raffles.
You're
for
talking
the,
like COVID's over, but it's not for us.
it's not over yet, but for people to be able to
It's
to
technically
support
not over
comics.
for anybody. They're just saying fuck it and opening the doors.
Yeah, but the people supported the comedians, and then they got themselves into our introduction to comedy class, and then they signed up for classes, and then it just became this community that we just wheeled out of whatever. I mean, it was amazing what we did. So it's a miracle,
The
and it's being
COVID
documented by
comedy
by Cronmiller.
community.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all being documented by David Cronmiller.
Yes, you'll see.
When
some
does that
stuff.
movie come out?
Documentary. So
Flappers, the documentary.
we'll probably we might feature some of it at our Park and Laugh, which is our
Yes, right.
drive-in that we're starting at the Pickwick Bowl in Burbank. So we're doing Anchorman this weekend, and we have a discount on our website through if you can
No, you have to join our email list.
Yeah,
and
just-
then you get it.
do that. How do they do that, Josh?
By
Going
going
to
to
flapperscomedy.com,
flapperscomedy.com, clicking on the promotions tab, and then click join the join the
Join
mailing
the-
list.
Now,
Right.
I'm just going to say this. Barb, Josh, and I had a meeting today in which she said the documentary lacks a little conflict. She said, Paul, Josh, are any of you willing to kill yourself at the end of this? It'll make a great ending. If we could have a big funeral ending at the end.
Yes, 2 comics and a funeral. Perfect. Love it. Laura, what's happening in Wino Land or Whiskey Land or
I have
Loveland?
Loveland.
Yeah.
We won't touch that.
Okay.
Whiskey.
No, we should touch that. That's all I'm
Butterdick?
saying.
Is it a Butterdick situation?
You've had a date every Thursday for the
That's
last
right.
month.
I know she has to rush out of here. I'm surprised. It's 6:02. Are you sure you don't need to go? You gotta
I'm
get
having
going.
dinner with you and Becca.
Oh, okay, perfect. Great.
That's why I didn't
All
eat all
right.
day.
Okay,
Bow
okay.
wow, chicka bow wow bow.
Okay, so I'll be on Laura's whiskey. I'll do this for her. I'll be on Laura's whiskey podcast.
Whiskey Woman podcast. It's the one that
Next
looks,
week.
it has sponsored by Bacardi. If you're looking for it, it's been very fun. I'm recording 2. I actually recording 2 this Sunday. This is the second time I've had to record 2 back to back. On October 26th, I have to record 3 back to back to back because
Ooh.
my guests are international, so I just have to go when they're available. And
am I the back to back, or the back to back to back?
Which
the
part
back-
of the human centipede is she?
the fucked up middle.
I got your back. Baby got back. Whatever. I got your back.
If it's horrible to be in the middle. If
No,
you have
it's
to choose to be
not.
the, no, if you have to
No, it's not.
You don't understand what Josh is asking. If
Okay.
you have to choose, you want to be you want to be front or back. At least you're only being violated one direction. But
I love One Direction.
Is tonight the Cougars
Girl,
of
you know
Burbank?
you're
Is that what it is tonight?
beautiful. Girl, you know you're beautiful.
No, you don't know the movie. It's disgusting. Somebody made me watch it.
Okay.
Who won't be named.
And that's it? That's all your announcements?
No, Whiskey One podcast, and I'm on the show here Saturday at 7, Zoom show. And
Live streamed. From the
live
mainland.
stream, but I'm on Zoom while I do it, but it's going to be
But
live
hopefully with air conditioning.
No,
No,
Unless-
you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on. It says Zoom.
Oh, ignore that. It should be live streamed.
Well, then I'm not going to be here. Sorry.
Oh,
All right. Well, we'll work that out on our own.
No, just go to
Okay.
Whiskey Woman because I need viewers. I need to. It's actually really interesting and fun.
Yes.
You'll see.
All right. Excellent. Well, thank
And,
you, Laura.
and if you need wine, a good value, just laurahin.com. I'll set you up.
All right. She's a sommelier.
Yes,
Did I say it right?
you did.
A
That and
sommelier.
namaste.
Sommelier, namaste. Namaste, sommelier.
Exactly.
I don't think you say those things together, but thanks, Paul. That
Dr.
was
Zayas,
funny.
Dr. Zayas.
Yes.
Josh got that one.
No, I
Simpsons.
got it.
Simpsons reference.
Amadeus.
Right.
Okay. So, all right, I guess we've run out of time. But I do want to make a few more announcements, please. Thank you again to everyone for supporting us. Please go to flapperscomedy.com. You know, today I was talking to a local credit union, and they were telling me they usually do events once a month. The whole event world has been turned upside down to my friends Jen McMahon and other event planners out there. Maybe they always support and watch. Call your local comedy club. Go to your comedy club. Or even like today, the credit union called me and said, we want to do a virtual Christmas party. And we came up with a great idea to do a white elephant Christmas party on Zoom, and also to do a custom comedy show where we actually ask all the participants some information about themselves, and then we have the comedians do comedy about them. So just because part of our world is in the virtual realm doesn't mean we can't have fun. And we're doing after parties, we're doing bingo and trivia and schmovie and classes and if you really want to get out of your house, come to the Park and Laugh and see Anchorman. You drive up in your car, watch a great movie outside, bring your own booze, or I didn't say that. Bring whatever you want in your car and drive away. The other thing I needed to promote that's very important is top secret but super cool. For the comedians watching, we are actually helping co-produce the Boston Comedy Festival. Woo! So we're taking West Coast to East Coast. And for you comedians out there, we just announced submissions today. It's only $35 to submit. And if you liked the Burbank Comedy Festival, the Boston Comedy Festival is going to be just as awesome. And we encourage you to take a shot and have an entry in there. And we promise we will be having as much industry and as much fun at our industry panels and after parties. And there'll be lots of great events as well as lots of great shows for you to participate in. And in the Boston Comedy Festival, there's a contest element, and you actually can win $2,000. That's like a COVID salary in this day and age. So anyway, thanks for listening to all of our announcements, and I hope we entertained you a little bit today.
Let me.
Keep supporting. We'll close on "Let Me Entertain You." Maybe Laura
the
will
only
dance.
musical I know.
And we'll play some outro music. But thank you guys so much for supporting. We'll see you again next Thursday for another exciting episode of the FlappCast.
Let me social distance from you.
Oh,
Let
yes.
me sit 6 feet away. It's more now, according to the CDC.
Let me avoid you.
Let's talk about porn, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about porn, baby. 'Cause Christmas porn is coming.